Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Notre Dame coming off a 10-win season, but there was a sour taste in their mouth after they were left out of the college football playoff. Marcus Freeman has so many great recruits, loaded with talent. He knows this team is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder as they try to get back into the college football playoff this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Penn State's offense will have the football first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
Well, I know there are a lot of schools every year that try to make the claim that they are DBU, but when you look at this team and this defense, David, each and every year, the talent is just outrageous, and this might be the actual DBU. Guys that can run, they've got length, man coverage zone, whatever you want, these guys have.
Yeah, it's really nice to coach, be a defensive coordinator, be a secondary coach, when you got guys that look like that. I mean, they don't look human, right? Like the length, the speed, the change of direction. So obviously they get those top-tier guys, and there's just something about the way they play at this spot that makes them look even better.
Right back to it. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Back to throw, it's Beck. Quickly out to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quick catch. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Pulls it, looking for a crease.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Long way to go on second down. This time they'll throw it. Left side is Sowell. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The Nittany Lions lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early, give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. Something to watch in this game. Will he be able to attack this secondary, particularly the one corner that has had his share of issues? Makes the catch. It's Washington. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Going with the counter play here. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Running inside, it's Coleman Williams. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Motion from the back. Play action, Carr. Right side, it's Flanagan. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Carr. The screen. He's got wheels. Turning it on. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, forcing the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. On the move. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, on that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier in bounds and getting him down, now setting up 4th.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Throws it off the RPO. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Beck. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
2nd and long here. Gets the back moving. They just keep firing. Catch in the middle, it's Hansen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Burrowing for yardage. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, one thing you know about Penn State when you've watched them play in recent years is they were absolutely loaded at running back. Maybe the best 1-2 combination over the last several seasons of Nick Singleton and Kaytron Allen, David. Now both those guys are gone. There's going to be some new faces toting the rock, but this is Penn State. They've got to be able to run the ball.
They do, and you think about this new era with Matt Campbell coming over, obviously bringing Hansen at the running back spot, but you know how he likes to do it, man. Multiple tight ends, run the football. Rocco Beck's going to be steady at quarterback, so whether it's Hansen, whether it's Peoples who comes over from Ohio State, I expect the ground game to be what Penn State fans are used to.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Pulls it on the option. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Oh, they blocked the kick.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6.
Yeah. And look, another thing. Okay, so also that and ball, and also, too, you know how she was making this big old hoopla and making this big old mess about how she couldn't get her shit? You saw on the video the deputy telling her, look, you want to go get your stuff? You want to go get your stuff? And she walked the fuck off. So, no, I'm done with this shit. I'm done with this shit.
And she been fired since May.
Yeah, and I see, I didn't know all that. See when
She been fired. She only worked 2 weeks at the house.
when Zip explained it, yes, when Zip explained it to me, now them events got, now that timeline kind of makes sense. So basically what happened, yes, yeah, that's what happened. She went down there and basically she got let go, and I guess she thought she was gonna go down there and do a Scorpio and just live in the motherfucking place for free without them saying shit. And when she went into the hospital, I guess that's when they rounded up all the shit, put it in storage unit.
Going to the beach every day. That's what I kept asking. It's simple. You're white. No, what? It's simple. I'm white. It just take care of this stuff.
Pop, you move the ball down the field easily and, more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And you can tell that the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth-quarter game.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Hits inside, it's Danzy. Oh, he's got some space. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to him again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give is to Williams. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Drives inside. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They put on the heat and they blocked it.
Man, I've been a holder. It's never fun to see a field goal blocked because you're so low to the ground and you have that unique perspective. You see the mountain growing in front of you, all those hands going up, and you know that kicker has got no shot. That thing is going to get blocked.
Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Snap on first down, wants to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Fights off a defender. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Sells the run, looking to pass. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Long way to go on second down. He'll set up to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes a move. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Straight ahead, it's Coleman Williams. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Play action, C.J. Carr. Out wide. And it's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run it on the counter. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Still looking. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Powers inside. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. In the red area, it's Hansen. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here Rushes on. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Snags a quick pass on the left. There he goes! All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Got a little space. Might have a chance. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down. And under the watchful eye of touchdown Jesus, the Irish are starting to roll on the ground.
Starting to get that big physical ground game going. And one thing you know about Notre Dame traditionally over the years, offensive line play is always great. They're always making holes, and they're always playing super physical.
They'll ride the hot hand. Crosses the 30, he's got to wait. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Williams. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable 3rd down situations. And we've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking for the edge. He'll toss it. He's not going to make it to the first down marker, but that looked like a clear face mask, and he might wind up with the first down anyway. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. The give is to Williams. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. He'll pitch it. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Dead center perfect. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Hits the hole. It's Hansen. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They get to him as he throws. Just had to get rid of him.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They're testing the right side here. They make the stop. It'll be 4th down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Throwing, Carr. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. He got it. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone is under attack.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. Play fake. Carr gets rid of it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Selling the fake. Finds his big tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
The give is to Williams. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Here's Carr to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Gilbert. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time. Right when the wide receiver breaks, the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
This quarterback, part of their running game. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Never a doubt. They extend the lead to 5 here in the third.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Second and long here. From the gun, it's Hansen. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
He's looking to throw. Back's got it on the screen. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
You're not going to fool this guy on the running back screen. They're trying to invite him up the field, rushing the passer, but he saw it too soon. He was able to stop in his tracks, locate the running back, get outside, and make a tackle. That is a very heads-up play that time by the DN.
Punt is on its way. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Right side, it's Gilbert. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Fresh set of downs going up top. That's caught. It's Flanagan. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
He's past the marker. Oh, what a move to get room. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Calls his own number. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. That's reeled in. It's Washington. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. And the defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
And wings it incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here?
I'm the closest one. And she come back this way up 95. So if y'all hear from me for like a day, that I mean, you know she done came through 95 and got me. She on her way up north.
Carr from the gun on third down. Oh, pressure's coming. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. Finds his big tight end. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Quick give. It's Danzy. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 12-yard line. That's a first down and maybe the start of a long drive. Trying to stop this guy has been a near impossible task. You want to become an Irish legend like maybe the most legendary of all Notre Dame backs, George Gipp, win one for the Gipper. How about just running one with this guy?
Yeah, you want to win some hardware at the end of the season, too. Just keep feeding him the rock, letting him do his thing, running the football with such success. Makes everything easier on offense. But when you can hand the ball off to the right, to the left, up the middle, have success, yes, please.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Throwing, Carr. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make. But I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB. But it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. RPO complete. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Timed it perfectly to not get free and forces a third down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Turning it on. Inside the 30. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
He'll keep it again on the option. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Here's Carr to throw. Back's got it on the screen. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Sets his feet. It's Carr. Got his man out of the backfield. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They'll try to run it in. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up third and goal. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. While they have a look at the injured player, will take a timeout. This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on third and goal? Quarterback will keep it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Penn State's offense comes onto the field, ready to start the drive. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Finds a tight end. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Drops back on first down.
told Silver, like, nah, this nigga freaky.
Gonna try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Wants to throw one first. Unloads it left. Comes down, it's Hansen. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeps it. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
One of the reasons I love this defense is because their DBs get involved, and they come screaming downfield. That's a pretty good athlete playing quarterback on that run, but because of the speed they have in their secondary, boy, they were able to get to him quickly.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Took a shot as he threw.
Men don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Extending the play. Oh, what a move. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
Well, a play like that forces you as a D coordinator to, I think, rethink how you're going to try and defend this guy, because on obvious passing situations, you're going to have to change it up, whether that means spying him, blitzing him, doing something a little bit different, maybe getting some more speed on the field to get this guy in the ground, because right now he's just able to get out of trouble and find ways to move the sticks.
Lets it fly. Trying to get it in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So an 82-yard drive there, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Carr on play action. Makes the grab. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Coleman Williams. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll do it himself. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. Keeps it himself. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. And he gets it away.
One-possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit and affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. The Irish couldn't have asked for better field position. They'll start this drive 1st and goal. Running inside, it's Williams. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
That's a fucking video, baby.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Sowell. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that.
Bro, are we some bad people?
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
On the move. He'll pull it down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They're all over it. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on fourth down.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him, bring him to the ground, and the defense, they win it for their team.
Just great job taking away the initial read, right? Like, he wanted to throw the football. Great initial coverage. Then it breaks down a little bit, and now you got to chase. You got to play that second play. They do it masterfully. In a big moment, man, they chase him down, they get to the QB, and they call game and walk out of here with a W.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. The Iron Bowl, 3 simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Guys, this is a big deal for Auburn. New head coach Alex Golish, he told me that he is so excited they've got some crucial pieces in the transfer portal, and he believes this Auburn job is a diamond. He is ready to make it shine bright here this season. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Auburn's offense comes onto the field first today. Last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger team.
Yeah, and I think back to last year's game for Alabama, it was their best players making the big plays late in the game. And this game this year is littered with game changers on both sidelines. Both Auburn and Alabama have the guys that can break this game wide open. So we're going to see a great one here.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Out wide right, it's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down.
Neutral zone is on that track.
Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. And here comes the offense on second down. Brown wants to pass, keeping his eyes downfield. And to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Hits inside, it's Cobb. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
She's trying to make sure that her shit is legal.
Sells to fake. Throws to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Still looking. He'll try to do it himself. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the 1st down.
On the ground with the counter. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Running the option, it's Brown. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! They get set for the point after as we have the 1st score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Alabama's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And we get a look at Ryan Williams. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The 3 of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Bolitnikoff Awards. The tradition of the position at receiver at this school throughout college.
Snags it and he's open. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll go play action with Mack. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Mack from the gun on third down. Turns it upfield. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on third down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Punt is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll send the back in motion. Brown will throw it. Finds his man in the middle. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up, way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Unleashes it on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
On the return, he'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Trailing 7-0 as they try to get this offense humming. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Makes his man miss. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
The sure hands, it's Edwards. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Trying to squeak through the pile. Can't get him to the ground. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Season alley. The officials have stopped the clock as there is an injured Auburn Tiger on the field. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Austin Mack. Almost picked off.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Straight ahead, it's Hill. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, it's Cobb. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes, and it's just a physical mindset of Auburn, and they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Turns it upfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Long way to go on second down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Right side, it's Kane. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quick give, it's Pop. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They got nothing on.
I'm from Harlem. Oh, I thought you was gonna say some real shit. Oh, damn. Wait a minute. It sounds like a dusty Brooklyn niggas walking in his line. What is going on? Thank God I used to go. I ain't even go. Ooh, where you from? Girl, I'm gonna come out there. I'm done watching Betty. I'm just gonna roll real quick. I'm from Rochester, New York. Oh, baby, that's not even a town. Goodbye. I'm from Poughkeepsie. I'm from Poughkeepsie. We finna watch One Piece, bitch. Okay. All right. Went to New York. Look. Okay. Girl, put my shoes down. Oh, wow. I ain't even wear those yet. You stuffing them up. Right, though. Wow. Internet is full of crazy. But nah, Rochester, though, that's not the town. That's like upstate. Ain't Joey from Rochester, too? I'm not. She's from Florida, apparently. Yeah, she's from racist. I'm from the dirty-ass Bronx. She's from Plantation, Florida. Plantation? Yeah, it's a thing called Plantation. Yeah, Plantation, Florida. Down south. Yeah, they got more niggas than African niggas. And she didn't think they was gonna do her dirty in Plantation, Florida? Her white ain't white. Her white ain't white. Shorty, I'm not from Rochester. I'm from the dirty Bronx. But Rochester still New York. They got some tough ass white boys. You say you from the Bronx. Now you from the Bronx. You don't know where you from. I'm from the dirty Bronx. Nah, you from Rochester. It's okay. Everybody ain't able. Hey, even if I was, it don't make a difference. But I'm from the Bronx, Kingston. Everybody ain't able, baby. Where in Harlem you from? What part of Harlem you from? I'm from the west side. What the? I'm from 4-4 in Lenox. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's between 7th and Lenox, actually, but still Lenox. Nonetheless. I used to go to the Minnesota back in the day. Yeah, that's right down the street. I know. You know, it's crazy because I never went there. I went to Boys and Girls Club up the block, but I never went to Minnesota. Harlem on the rise. Been that. So I got a question for you, Johnny. How was you? Oh, you said you was never that nigga friend. You was his brother friend. Never mind. I answered my own question. I'm not for that. Listen, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say this. I was never a close friend. He was always in the studio, and we looked out for him because he was big, bro. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Put it like this. When we was all hanging together or we was around and some shit went down with the nigga, I was gonna fight for the nigga. For sure, 100%. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But that's big bro, little bro. Okay. It wasn't because you the homie nigga, right? That's right. Bro. The homie was the bro. He just the associate of the bro. Got it. But we ain't have to worry about defending him. He ain't never get no shit. Because he was scary. Well, you know that. Scary niggas don't tend to get into shit. Hey, listen, if you pay attention, if you go on his page and you look at his hands, he had hands like a bitch. Like he had, you ever seen that commercial? You ever seen that commercial where the Burger King commercial, the nigga had the little hands holding on the burger? Yes. No cap. we used to all make fun of this nigga. Like, yo, why are your hands so little, nigga? And you like 6 foot.
No, for real. Little ass hands is crazy.
Little hands. Like, on this page, you look.
I'm not looking at this nigga. Never got on drawers. I'm so over there.
He gonna scare you.
Nigga had mad coins in his pocket, walking mad fast, like racing, please, okay?
Fireworks.
Right, like, but every time I look at it, I gotta get irritated. But every video he posts, he gotta have his asshole hitting it. Like, bro, man. His pin post, his ass, everything is just...
Stop.
Play it 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Brown will throw it. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They punt it away on 4th down. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The run inside. It's Hill. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action with Mack. Fires deep on the run. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Finds his man on the RPO. Makes the grab, but down immediately. He picks up a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big 3rd down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be...
Makes a grab and room to run. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
2nd and long here. Out wide left, it's Nimrod. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Running inside, it's Cobb. He's got enough. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the Plains.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Keeps it on the option. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Brown will throw it. Got it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Short completion, setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on 3rd down? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Interesting play call for this offense, man. A slow developing screen on a 3rd and short when a defense is a little bit aggressive, and it doesn't work. And it's easy to question after the fact, obviously, right, guys? Like, it didn't work, but I don't love that play call when I know a defense will be really aggressive on 3rd and short.
He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Mack. He uncorks one deep. He's got it along the sideline. Off to the races. He's at the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
I need a band, right?
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Brown wants to pass. Left side, it's Nimrod. Nice pick up there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this, he can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and this quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his route running. The quarterback knows exactly where he's going to be and when he's going to be there, and that's why they're so tough to stop.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Right.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Auburn calls it 2nd of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The sack makes it an even longer 3rd down chance for this offense. Look out! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. He'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half.
What up, Vantage?
Mack.
Thank you so much
Got
for the
his
heartbeat.
man.
How you doing today?
Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to pass. It's Mack. Fires complete on the crosser. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Throwing Mack. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
There's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Tigers and Tide. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Alabama and Auburn plays out.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rodgers. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws to the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Out wide right, it's Rodgers. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Man, they needed that one, and that took every bit of concentration by the wide receiver there. That was awesome. Big third down. You got to make the catch, but you got to make sure you stay in bounds. He did a really good job of securing that and keeping the chains moving.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Third and 6 yards to go. Austin Mack. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his tight end. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Quick give. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Right side, it's Edwards. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Third and short now from their own 48. Right at the line. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They're going to ride this running back. He's got the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick, but the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him one to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys?
Go somewhere in the woods and squat, or go to the side of the building and squat. If they ask you why you squatting on the side of the building, say your fucking whoever was in there is throwing up because she got drunk last night. And when they go in the building, they'll see that the bitch is in the bathroom throwing up because she got drunk last night. Take your ass outside.
Dumb shit. Just setting yourself up for failure because of stupid shit that you do. Dumb shit. Just like with the stuff. I watched the whole video. You set up and raised all that fucking hell about how your shit was locked up in a storage unit. What the stuff? You want to go get stuff? Fuck you. It's not a thing.
Yeah, that's all she talking about was she was suing.
Not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll ride him again. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Now here's Mack. Out wide left, it's Edwards. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Out wide right, it's Rodgers. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And the RPO got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, give me some positive yards.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Trying to slip through and pick it up. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So the 16-play drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Brown will throw it. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Lets it fly. Right side, it's Nimrod. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the 4th down, throws that fist up in the air.
Catches it at the 30. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Mack finds a spot in the middle.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Hill. Down he goes.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Now here's Mack. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Breaks free. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Kane. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. Swamped immediately.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. Intercepted to stop the threat.
That was it. Never seen digital pay 80K just off of
Touchdown, Alabama! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
You know we at Angelica talk, She blocked my...
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Brown wants to pass. Left side is Cobb. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Long way to go on 2nd down. He wants to throw it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
On third down, he drops to throw. Right side, it's Kane. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Hits inside, it's Cobb. Got the first down. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Finds his big tight end. Brought down.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Brown will throw it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Looking to throw. He wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The give to the lone running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The RPO fire complete.